Hey, this is Pops outside monkeying around. Let me turn you sideways. It'll tell me don't do that, but there you are. What we have here is a pressure test plate I used on two John Deere 40T heads. Well, one was a T, the other is a U, I guess. I don't know. The idea here is these plates for pressure testing don't have to be perfect. This is a on some of the Kubota tractors, to make them narrow enough to put in a package they had, a crate, they would take the final drive of one, I think the left front axle quite often, and they'd put it on this plate and then mount this plate to the crate. So we take this off, there's your stud holes, and I use this plate because of the ribs here. It's not perfectly flat, but I use cargo rubber, or not even rubber, cargo foam mats, little 3/8 thickness, not the real thick ones, and turn the what would you call it, it's not necessarily diamond plate, but the treaded side towards the plate so the rest could be against the head. And as I clamped the thing down, it actually stopped. I've tried rubber, everything, wouldn't stop. Two different kinds of rubber. So when I used the cargo mat, it was squishy enough that it plugged off all the water holes around the head. And in one spot, I think it's here, there's a large one. Cargo mat took care of it. The only thing you need is the holes here and the bolt holes. That's it. Now you see holes everywhere, that's from the Kubota stuff. But this is the idea that it's not tremendously thick, barely 1/8 of an inch, and it was enough with that cargo mat that it would hold. Now if I needed to, yeah, I could back this up with another 1/8 plate or some pieces of angle, but with the cargo mat foam, you only need 10 or 15 pounds of pressure. Air pressure, 15 pounds of air pressure is equivalent to 20 to 30 pounds of water. And this was a gravity system. So when I put 10 or 15 pounds of air in the system with a convection cooling, well, I had more than enough. But anyway, this is just to give you an idea. The smaller holes are the bolt holes, of course. Some are quite close, but when you make your bolt, put the gasket on there, make your bolt holes, make sure everything lines up, and that you can cut this out concentric, because the only thing you need is the chambers here, so you can see directly in them, and down the ports, clear view. And then when you turn the head over, that you can, it's sealed off enough that the backside is something you can see in the valve up on the top of the head in the valve chamber, and down in through the pushrod holes, because sometimes they crack in there and you got to watch, these old dogs in particular. So don't get excited about, the pressure test, that's really something fancy. It's expensive because I have to build these plates and it takes time. Long threaded rod down through there, hooking up the regulator. So yeah, it's going to cost $100 just to pressure test something, 50 to 100. But why not? In fact, why not do it at home before you even take the thing in? And then you can tell the machine shop that yes, you pressure tested it, you're confident. And he'll write that down on the work order, so if something goes wrong, it's your fault. Well, anyway, this is Pops, just giving you some ideas. It's hot out here, I gotta go in. See you later.